Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my coin toss playthrough of Shadow the Hedgehog. Last time we played through Westopolis, the Dark Mission specifically, as well as the Dark Mission in Digital Circuit. Here we are at Cryptic Castle, and we should choose between these three missions, actually, because, a coin only has two sides, and the fact of the matter is we can only choose between two of these. So it's either the neutral mission, helping Amy out, or helping Eggman out.
Gotta get out of this castle first.
I think the fun choice would be to choose between Eggman and the neutral mission. So the heads will be the neutral mission, and tails will be Eggman, the dark mission. Here we go. That wasn't a complete flip. Heads, we're doing neutral. And right after this, that means we're headed to the Doom, largely considered by many to be one of the worst levels in this game. It's the companion piece to Lost Impact, which Matt played in our previous coin toss playthrough a year ago. He spent 54 minutes on that son of a bitch. No joke. Obviously, I didn't include it all in the videos. But 54 god-dang minutes.
Damn it.
Anyway, this level is quite the odd one. Because we help out Eggman here in the Dark Mission. Or, you can help out Eggman here. But then you betray him for a Chaos Emerald and you're back to Black Doom's side in the next level. And the bad troops in this level are the Black Arms. Good troops are Eggman's robots. Thing is, both Amy and Eggman want you to fight against the Black Arms. So it's weird that the Dark character is technically on the side of the good troops in this level. It's a one-of-a-kind level in that aspect. I can't think of another level that really does that. Especially one this early in the game. And these balloons, they travel in a set path. Behind us is where we would go to activate a bouncy thing to take us up to one of the torches that Eggman needs to light up. Behind that wall, behind one of these walls is Cream the Rabbit for the hero mission. But we don't care about that. We're a neutral scumbag who doesn't give a damn. In Shadow's own words. He doesn't say doesn't give a damn in this game, but he says damn a lot. Here's another special weapon, the Egg Vacuum. Obviously you can't suck this thing in, otherwise you wouldn't be able to progress. But essentially it sucks in things. Not unlike a certain other Black Arms weapon that you find later in the game. Except that one lets you shoot the enemies back out. When you fill this thing up to capacity, you get an extra life. At least one extra life, I can't remember. Might vary depending on if you collect more ammo for it, like in another Egg Vacuum. So for the Doom, I'm probably going to choose between the hero and dark missions because both of those suck ass, and I'm in the mood for a challenge. Although thanks to a certain other special weapon, the hero mission will be made marginally easier. Actually, a lot easier, now that I think about it. But we're not quite there yet. Regardless of which mission you beat in this level, you will always fight the Egg Breaker afterwards. Do I have all 5 keys in this level? Yes, I do. Anything to make this level shorter, believe me. It's not a fun one to go through your first time. Because of all these walls you gotta hit, and you gotta jump into them endlessly if you don't want to use up the quote-unquote ammo on the torches. Because every time you swing them, they come closer to breaking. Ah, robot throwing off my mojo. Even though I'm with your doctor right now. Alright. Lightspeed dash returns in this game. Assigned to the X button, which is also what you use for in conjunction with the control stick anyway, for switching rails. It's an honest-to-God improvement on the system. It's one of the things Shadow the Hedgehog like legit does right. Because rail switching before this, especially in games like Sonic Heroes, or technically it was only in like 3. Grinding was only in 3 games before this. 3 games that I can remember anyway. I'm probably forgetting one. Oh no, 4. Whatever. I'll correct it in editing. But for 3D rail grinding specifically, this one did it right. Because rail switching can get out of hand in stuff like Sonic Heroes if you're too fast with it. Plus that game has kind of weird physics anyway. So yeah. So that's a normal mission. Pretty standard stuff.
Perfect.
The path actually branches out in that giant room with the Chow. You can find the Cheese the Chow in there for Amy. You can find the last 2 giant torches for Eggman, or you can take that path I just took for the normal mission.
Another Chaos Emerald.
You see a Chaos Emerald, I see a Spirit Bomb.
What are you doing here, Shadow?
Without like the gleaming.
Fight with you, but I
It's quite
need
the
those
small
Chaos
Spirit Bomb.
Emeralds. They hold the secret to my...
Enough of this nonsense.
Even Eggman knows this game's plot is bullshit.
No one gets in my way. Those who do
This was Mike Pollock's first role in a game as Eggman. Before this, he had played Eggman in Sonic X on 4Kids for 2 years.
Now, let me show you the power of my latest, greatest
He is a great voice actor. Okay. So this is out of the 3 egg breaker fights in this game, this one is technically the easiest, but I think the one after Iron Jungle can be a complete and utter joke if you know immediately what to do in the beginning. Also, I'm pretty sure the egg breaker's leg went through his smaller robot there. Oops. And because it's tradition at this point, Eggman boss fights need a repetitive phrase uttered several times. In this particular fight's phrase is lights out. For the Mad Matrix fight, it's you know what they say, the more the merrier. And I don't think the Iron Jungle one has a repetitive phrase. Also, you can't shoot him while he's spinning like that. You learn something new every day. He rarely ever does this attack. I'm still running into robots like a dope. Oops. Oh, he doesn't say it nearly as often, but he can say "Where'd you go?" in the Iron Jungle fight. Depending on how much you run from him, I guess. Oh my god. I should have been done with him by now. I don't remember him spamming that spitting attack as much as he is now. If I could get Chaos Control right now, that'd be great, because in boss fights, it merely slows down time. Because you obviously can't leave the area. In normal levels, Chaos Control like takes you forward in the level a bit.
You haven't seen the last of me.
But in boss fights, it slows down time. And also, no matter which meter is filled, if you're Hero Shadow or Dark Shadow, you have infinite ammo.
But that chaos
That's probably
is
the best
mine.
part. No, it is the best part. For me, anyway. There's still a B rank. Could have been an A rank had I not screwed around as much. Time for one of the worst levels in the game.
I can't get these images out of my mind.
If you get to the Doom from Prison Island,
How do they know?
you have like a normal sky here instead of a red one. It's a minor difference.
What?
Essentially two versions of the same exact cutscene.
You. That's the.
You'd think for one of like the most pivotal levels in the game, at least plot-wise, you would expect it to be better designed, but nope.
That's me.
And that's yeah. The cutscene leading up to this is just the tip of the iceberg. It's a flashback, but one that Black Doom also manipulates, because obviously he wouldn't have been in there with Shadow at the time. It's weird. It's like a vision hallucination made to fuck with Shadow. But anyway, time to flip the coin. We're choosing between the hero and dark mission. And I made the mistake of not choosing which one was which. Heads will be hero, tails will be dark. Heads. So we're helping Maria save the researchers. And we're going to Iron Jungle. Quite the odd transition. You're going from this to being with Omega in one of Eggman's bases. It's such an odd transition. So I mentioned earlier that this mission can be made a lot easier, assuming you have one of the special weapons. And also assuming I can even find a special weapon box. But for now, let's do it the way the game wants us to. You gotta pick up these heal unit things and throw them at the researchers. But you gotta be real exact with it. Like super exact. You can miss it by like an inch, and the heal unit will just disappear. And you have to go and pick up another one. Thankfully that hasn't happened just yet. Okay, here we are. So, the heal cannon. This is one of the better weapons in my opinion. Because it's great for healing. It's great for healing obviously, but healing gun troops increases your hero gauge. So if you're in a level with a ton of these guys and you want an easier A rank on the level, on the normal mission anyway, you can just heal these guys until your meter fills up in chaos control. Same thing goes for dark. Did I miss one? Well, I can't remember where all these guys are. I don't go back to this level very often. That just leads back to the beginning. This room is useless, except for a map which tells you jack shit, honestly. Oh, oops. You can still hit those. I'm pretty sure I hit a stationary enemy that was healed, and I still took damage. Unless it was one of the fires. And I'm going to triangle jump over here. Triangle jump was a move introduced in Sonic Heroes. Only there you couldn't run on the wall while doing it. Here you can. That move hasn't really made a return since then. It's interesting though. So I picked up more ammo for the healing gun. I'm gonna blow up this wall with a bomb. You can also blow up those with Chaos Blast, which you're sure to get a lot of when you're playing the Dark Mission here. Considering there are no less than 60 troops. One of the most of any level in this game. Yeah, that'll help your hero's score. Also, in addition to your meter. Healing gun troops. It works on the robots too. So long as you don't destroy them first. Because obviously they disappear when you do that. This level's a freaking maze,
If there aren't any heal units,
as is Lost Impact.
5 people. We've saved half of them. We need to hurry and save the others.
Now, healing here, or getting the hero shadow, doesn't serve any purpose other than, like, you know,
It's no use.
getting more ammo for my healing gun.
Shadow, wait.
I forget which way to go.
No wounded people who need our help.
Let's hit this switch right here. And wait for the long-ass elevator. Yeah, this very level, as well as Lost Impact, they're kind of the antithesis of Sonic. There's a lot of slow moments of just waiting around, like so. So, we're just gonna keep going up here. I'm pretty sure this leads to a researcher, and Maria just fell there. That is actually her canon death. She wasn't shot by a gun soldier, she just fell down an elevator shaft. Don't you know, Shadow the Hedgehog, in more ways than one, rewrites Sonic history. Because before this game, it was assumed that only Professor Gerald made Shadow, but nope, he had Black Doom's help. That is canon.
Why are the soldiers He's been wounded by the gun. What's the 7th person? I hope
Don't you mean the 6th and 7th person, Maria? Yeah, all this just for 2 of them. And even if you help Maria here, you still gotta fight the gun robot boss afterwards, so no matter what, Shadow's rage overtakes him. That's just the way the plot is required to advance, despite all of this being non-canon. All the main level stuff, I should say. The intro cutscene and the last story are the only canon, or the only for sure canon bits. You can make a case for stuff like when the gun commander meets Shadow just before Cosmic Fall, because that's where Shadow first learns that Black Doom had a hand in creating him. But he also learns even more about that in the final story, so yeah. Black Doom essentially takes the same flashback, minus the gun commander's bits, and rewords it. How are we doing on time? Only 18 minutes.
Death to all who
Okay.
there's still one more person to save.
I had a rather funny moment triangle jumping in a pit similar to that one with
Shadow, thanks.
in the original playthrough, in the original coin toss playthrough that we did with Matt last year. Because I took over for a small bit of Lost Impact, and I thought it was possible to triangle jump across one of those pits. In this level it is, but in Lost Impact I guess it's just long enough that your jump won't make it.
Perfect.
See, healing those gun troops paid off, because it increased my hero score, and I was thus able to get an A rank. And I didn't kill many of them too, that helped. It should be noted that if you're going for the hero mission, try to kill as little gun troops as possible, except for like when it's mandatory, because that will fill up your dark score. And if you're playing for the hero mission, and vice versa for the dark mission, whatever's in your dark score will detract from your overall score, so it'll hurt your ranking just a little bit. Just watch how many people on your side you have to defeat.
Please, Shadow, help me.
For the normal mission, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, Black Doom's getting his cannon a bit off here. Maria was not shot by a gun troop, a gun soldier, in a robot. He was just on foot when he did it. Anyone who's played Sonic Adventure 2 knows this. Oh. This is a decent boss. Assuming when you get it going. Don't screw around, just homing attack the mines, get to the cannons, and you'll break them off one by one. And their lock-on so you can use them to lock on to the boss and keep destroying the guns one by one. It's a neat little boss idea. And the fact that they play a remix of the gun boss theme from Adventure 2 is a nice little touch. There we go. First lock-on cannon available. Oh, he changed it last minute. Usually it's where you are when he says particle beam cannon, but he can change it around last minute apparently. We continue to learn new things every day, people. See? You really gotta watch where you are. I don't remember it being that close. So after you have your lock on, just go nuts at him. These are some of the better weapons in the game, too. And I say that even though the auto-fire technique exists. Or mechanic, I should say. Not a technique. Oh, that's badass. I attacked a mine in midair and avoided the thing just barely. The particle beam cannon. There we go. That's more like it. That's a good boss. People don't give the bosses in this game enough credit sometimes, I find. I mean, not all of them click,
How dare you
but
harm Maria?
this one I think they did pretty well.
Out of my sight.
As well as the one that you play after the Arc level, Blue Falcon, which is intentionally an F-Zero reference because Sega worked on F-Zero GX a couple years before this game, so yeah, it adds up. So now we're moving to Iron Jungle. And the following scene, along with Team Dark's ending from Sonic Heroes, sparked a debate, at least until people beat this game. Is Shadow the real Shadow? Because as you'll see here, these much lower polygon models, ripped straight from the freaking Dreamcast probably, are known as Shadow androids.
Who are you?
They look better in the actual levels, but here I guess they had to lower the polygon count because there's just so many of them there. I don't know. Or they just did that on purpose to distinguish them from Shadow, who, spoiler alert, is not actually an android. Eggman reveals that to him if you wait for 10 damn minutes on the final boss. I think I did that once as a kid, but never again. So, yeah, that's 2 levels per. That's the second level for this part. So, join me next time in part 3, where we take on Iron Jungle and whatever level we decide that comes after it. Catch you later.